Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osterberg501 and today I want to show you guys an incredibly strong glitch in Godfall, and this essentially allows you to farm infinite gear very easily. Now this is going to be done in Dreamstones, and one of the best parts about this glitch is that not only are you farming gear and other resources very quickly, you're able to do it without having to repay the cost of doing Dreamstones, because if you don't know, the Dreamstones cost a lot of Electrum. You will definitely not make your Electrum back if you're just going through and trying to complete the Dreamstone, so it'll actually cost you resources. But doing this, you're just starting one and then you can infinitely farm. This is probably one of the fastest ways to get legendaries in the game right now, and it's also super good for getting other resources, including any resources you get from just salvaging any gear pieces. And this farm can get you the majority of items in the game because all items can drop from any enemy, any boss in the game, except for the Tower of Trial specific legendary. So everything else can drop from here. You can very easily get yourself really good items by doing this. You'll get yourself a ton of really good legendaries and then get a ton of resources. So essentially how this is done is you're going to want to get to the Dreamstone levels where the recommended level is at least level 50, because at that point everything that drops, every item that drops is going to be level 50, so it's going to be max level. The easiest one to do is going to be the Exalted Earthrealm Gauntlet. Now you can do this with any of the gauntlets in the Dreamstone. This one's just going to be the easiest because it's the highest one up. The other gauntlets that are at least level 50 are going to be much higher level and much more difficult. And I think the Earthrealm gauntlets are just generally much easier. The bosses are generally much more easy. And what you're going to do is you're just going to complete the starter rounds of the Dreamstone. So you're going to go complete all 3 of the first rounds. You're going to go get yourself the buffs. Now what you're going to want to do, don't pay attention about revealing loot or anything like that. Just get the best buffs for your build that you possibly can, because what you're going to be doing is after you complete all those rounds and get to the boss phase, the actual gauntlet itself, that's where you're going to be staying. You're going to be constantly replaying that gauntlet, so you want the best active buffs you can possibly get. Now where the glitch comes in is when you're actually facing the gauntlet at the end. So once you get into the gauntlet, there's going to be 4 mid bosses. You're going to kill the first 3. Make sure you get all the loot from them, because after you kill the first 3, you're going to abandon the mission. Don't kill the 4th. And once you abandon the mission, it's going to take you back to your sanctum, and it's not going to abort the Dreamstone. So you can just restart the boss fight and re-kill those first 3 mid bosses and constantly rinse and repeat, as long as you don't kill the 4th boss of the gauntlet. Since you're facing mid bosses that are all dropping level 50 items, you're not only going to get a ton of resources and a ton of just gear in general that then you can deconstruct or upgrade if you find a really good piece, you're also going to get quite a bit of legendaries. Now you can go a few runs without getting legendary and get unlucky, but I've also gotten runs where I got 4 legendaries in a single run. And with how quick these are and how fast the loading time in this game is, you can do these incredibly quickly in a couple minutes depending on how bursty your build is. Going up to hard, you can get more loot like it says when you're switching to hard. From my experience, you really don't get that much more loot when switching the difficulty higher. You can kill much quicker when you're on the easiest difficulty, so I do it on the easiest difficulty. That's what the footage in the video is going to be from. I'd recommend doing that unless you have an absolute best in slot build and you're still killing them ridiculously quickly on the highest difficulty, then you can go ahead and do that, but the lowest difficulty is, in my opinion, going to be the best. And that's essentially the entirety of the glitch. You're just going to go to any gauntlet that is at least level 50. You're going to get to the end where you're actually facing the gauntlet of mid bosses, kill the first 3, don't kill the 4th, abandon the mission, go back in, rinse and repeat. It's easily one of the best farms in the game, especially for legendary items. And like I said, I would recommend trying to get the best boons you can possibly get. And if you get really bad effects on the boss, it's pretty quick to actually just complete this Earthrealm Gauntlet, redo it, and try to get it so you can kill bosses much quicker. Because even if you exit the game and come back later and play again, this Dreamstone's still going to be here. So you could essentially do this, get the absolute best boons you can get, have no effects that negatively affect the build and the weapons you're using, kill bosses insanely quickly, and then just sit on that Dreamstone and always be able to come back and do it for free and just be able to start it whenever you want. But that's pretty much the entirety of the farm. We're going to have footage of me doing all of the rounds up to the gauntlets, so you'll be able to see a good amount of footage with how quick it actually takes to do the entirety of the Dreamstone up to the gauntlet, and then how fast the gauntlet runs themselves take. So subscribe if you want to see more Godfall or other videos. Leave a like if you like the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this glitch farm, and thanks for watching.